Okay, hello everyone. Listen to this. You hear this? That is my Vornado evap 40. And so we're going to talk a little bit about it. I have it set to the highest, well not the highest, but close to the highest humidity setting because it is very, very humid in my room. It's saying 70% humidity when I last checked it. For those who don't know, the SwitchBot app is very accessible with voiceover. So, damn. So, there's really not much to say about it actually. There's already a video. But I mean, it comes a point where you're gonna need humidity to stop nosebleeds and stuff from peeling. I'm trying to wait and see how long it's going to take for it to shut off. It's going to take even more longer for it to turn back on, but I wanted to show you what it does. And then when it shuts off, I will describe to you what I believe it feels like, stuff like that. I could do that while it's on. So the jugs are vibrating. They're two 2-gallon jugs. And for anyone who is sighted or not, can feel them. Now, they're leaning against something. I can't even place what it is. So it has a spout on it. Okay. You fill it up through the spout. There's no cover. You set them in the reservoir, I believe, on either side of the reservoir. You have a housing that has your controls. You have a grill down at the bottom to pull stuff in. There are 2 wick filters on either side, and it's sitting on a stool. You cannot sit this thing on a dresser. So, I love this thing because it's humidity controlled. And it, to me it's like a little mini air conditioner, except it's a humidifier that runs like an air conditioner, meaning it shuts off and it turns on when it needs to. So, and it just shut off. So it's really good about doing that. Like, it shuts off, it turns on, it does all that good stuff. So when you turn it on and when you shut it off, it's cool, right? So, question now. What happens now? Well, ladies and gents, I'll tell you what happens. So keep doing that, and once in a while you're probably some dude, I've listened to his version of it. He says that you will hear a gurgle sound every 10 to 15 minutes. I'm not sure what he set his humidistat to, but I didn't hear that, But then yet again, I could turn mine off. Okay, now I hear a little bit of it, but I only hear it when it's turned off. So it's more like it's getting it ready for the next time it turns on. So that's how I think this thing, is doing it. So it'll release it when it releases it. And picture the 2-gallon tank like this, okay? You buy a 2-gallon water pitcher. There's a spout. There's a handle down at the bottom, and it sits sideways up. And you grab a cup and you pull a lever, and it just spews out. Okay, so imagine you putting this 2.5-gallon tank on a humidifier. Imagine you putting both of those up there. That will make it a 5-gallon tank. And no, it would be 4.5, not 5. It would be a 4.5-gallon tank humidifier. Now, I pictured it where it sat side by side, but it sat on, the dresser. That's not how this works. So on either side of the humidifier, because if you touch it even lightly, and we're kind of like, see, like I touched it kind of lightly and it thinks, oh, well, we need more water in here, so. On either side are the pitchers. Now, I'm not going to try to lift these out because they're full of water. But on the humidity setting, It's not running continuously, so there's really no point in shutting it off. However, if you want, to do a little experiment so you can adjust the humidity as low as you can get it, go for it. But I recommend you turn it off when you're not in the room. So, because it's using electricity to sense the humidity. And, like for an example, I'm going to be trying to work out today, since it's like after 1 a.m., probably catch up on my sleep and all that good stuff. My honest thing, yeah. So, question is, will I have this turned on at all times as long as I'm in the bedroom? I'll have it turned on while I'm in here. Even when I head out and eat and stuff like that, I will still do it. But if I'm not around for at least an hour or two, or like if I step away to go do something, you better believe I'm going to have this thing turned off. Let the humidity actually cool down, or I might just let it do that during the day. I'll only use this thing at night and have it humidity control. So that's what I think I'm going to do. Because the light stays on until you shut it off. So it senses the humidity. And when it goes down by 5%, it's like, oh, and it kicks it back on. And I think it's Vornado. Computer, spell Vornado.
Vornado.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yep, I was correct. So, right now, from what I can see, with the, with everything, there's a light on. So, but hey, I will let you know in future events how everything's going with this nice humidifier. I was able to pick it up at Amazon for $114 and some change, like 35, 50 something. I don't know. I think you'll love it. Humidity, you shouldn't let because this humidity is set to high, and it really should be between 40 and 60% of all. And during the summertime, since the humidity is going to be in your bedroom above 60% in some cases, you will need to fiddle with this a little bit and have it set higher during the summer months. And In some cases, depending on everything, there's some incidences where you're might need to set it to where it runs continuously at night, unless the humidity drops enough for it to actually turn on. So you're gonna, not knowing, you're gonna have to turn the knob until it technically turns on. And if it's all the way up, then it's technically set to continuous. And that might be a good thing too, because you will only use it when it's sunset at night. That's when I normally use it. So, for an example, 7 o'clock at night, I turn this thing on and let it do humidity control at night. So the goal is to use as much water as it can use and, slowly throughout the night, keep it in that 5% range. So that's how I'm practically going to do it. I'm going to let it sleep throughout the day and turn this thing on at night, because it's how I normally turn on my humidifiers. I turn them on at night. I don't need them during the day, because the air for me is humidified to the point to where during the day I don't get nosebleeds and stuff like that. I technically keep it cool, but hope you guys stay safe and all that good stuff.